What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. I do believe this is episode number 84, and today we do have the Europa League final with Racing Santander against Atlético Madrid. Yes, an all-Spanish Europa League final, and of course it's a repeat of the Copa del Rey final last year where we beat Atlético Madrid on penalties, so super excited for this. Atlético Madrid desperate for revenge, clearly, and as you can see, they got to the final by beating Saint Etienne on away goals in the semi-final, and we beat Sporting by 2-1. So yeah, coming into this game, honestly, like our first European final, I have no idea how it's going to go. I mean, it's just been an incredible season, and whatever happens, you know, whether we lose this final 3-4-0, it's still going to be a fantastic season for us because we have completed our aims of qualifying for the Champions League next year. We finished in third place, one place ahead of Atlético Madrid, and yeah, it's been an incredible season to reach the final of the Europa League, our first European final of the series. So whatever happens, I'm pretty pleased with what we've done. So there you go. The team I'm going to use, I am going to put Rana Delgado on the bench. I think I'll take Delgado off and we'll have it like that, because I never really usually bring on a fullback unless someone gets injured. So yeah, I'm not going to make too many changes. Of course, we did rest the entire side against Sevilla, so we should be okay anyway for fitness reasons if the game does go to extra time here at the Emirates. And yeah, I'm kind of, how do I explain my mood right now? Usually I say whether I'm pessimistic or optimistic and how I think the final's going to go whilst we're getting into the game. I feel optimistic enough to know that we finished ahead of Atlético Madrid in the league by one place. We finished third, they finished fourth. Last year we beat them in the Copa del Rey final. We've had big wins against them before. They were the first big team we won against in the series, don't forget, in the first season. So, I'm feeling optimistic in the sense that we can definitely get the better of Atlético Madrid, but I just know their side is still so much better than ours. Even though we are making strides and are getting better as a team, their side is still going to be better than ours, and they are still going to be the favourites. So there's optimism here. There's optimism. We can do this, but I still think Atlético Madrid will be the favourites, and we're going to have to be on our game if we are going to go ahead and win our first European trophy of Racing Santander. But if we do, in our fourth season overall, I will be very, very pleased. Is that our fourth season or fifth season? Can't remember now. But I'll be very pleased if we can win it on our first European final night anyway. But even so, today's episode is going to be a live Q&A, so I want to say thank you to everyone that's been asking me questions on Twitter. I really appreciate that. A reminder, you can follow me on Twitter at @DocLanders. It's highly recommended. I don't tweet loads and loads of times during the day, so I won't clog up your feed. And a link gets posted to a video every single time I've uploaded, so you'll never miss a video if you follow me on Twitter. And you can get involved in the series, sometimes make some signings, and also obviously ask some questions for live commentary so you can feel involved. So yeah, it's well worth following me on Twitter. And thank you to everyone that's been asking me questions. As per usual, I get absolutely tons, so I'll never be able to get through them all. But I'll but I'll try and answer as many as possible. And thank you to everyone that has submitted them anyway. And again, if I don't answer your question, don't take it to heart. It's just because I can't get around to every single question. But anyway, here we go. Europa League final with Racing Santander. Oh my goodness, I am so excited for this game. Are we going to win our first European trophy in our first European final? I'm optimistic and I'm pessimistic at the same time. It could go either way, but here's hoping for a win regardless. Anyway, also as well, just before I go on, I want to say thank you for all the support on this series. As I've mentioned many times before, I know that other series may be more popular. I know that this series may not get as many views as other ones I do, but even so, some of you guys still really enjoy the series, and that means a lot to me because this is my favourite series to run right now. I absolutely love doing this. It's so fun for me to play and make the videos for you guys. So for those of you that are watching the series and still really enjoying it, if you can help my channel out by leaving a like, that is much appreciated. Obviously you don't have to do that, but if you could leave a like, that would be very much appreciated, and it really does help, so thank you very much. And yeah, here's hoping you enjoy the final, and let's see what we can do. What I don't want to do is concede early on, and as soon as the ball goes dead, I'll get around to the first question, and we'll get this Q&A underway as Atlético Madrid cross the ball in and Blanco gets it away. If you remember the Copa del Rey final last year against Atlético Madrid, it was a really, really action-packed game. I'm pretty sure it finished 2-2. I know he scored like a 120th minute goal in extra time to send the game to penalties and then won it, but it was a really action-packed game. There was the dodgy penalty Atlético Madrid scored from when Ruben Blanco just collapsed when it was down the middle. It was a really fun game, so I'm hoping for something similar in this game to give you guys something entertaining entertaining to watch. But we'll have to wait and see. And when is this ball going to go dead, man? Seriously. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I gotta say, man, like seriously, when you think about the progression we've made with this Racing Santander side, I understand why some people don't enjoy the series because we're still technically, we're not a poor side or anything, but we're still a long way off where we want to be. So I can see why some people don't want to watch this series. But when you think about where we started from, is that a penalty? Oh my goodness, it is. When you think about where we started from, it's been a crazy, crazy road, and there's still so much to go. I can't believe we won a penalty for that. I didn't think that was a penalty. Rodriguez went to shoot, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't clipped or anything. He just miskicked the ball, didn't he? I think the trailing arm of Godin might have got him, but I'm pretty sure he just miskicked the ball. Do you know what? We've been doing this for a while now. I've said this many times before. If we win a penalty and we don't think it is one, we're going to chip it down the middle. So we're going to chip it down the middle. And if it's saved, it's saved. If it goes in, it goes in. Rodriguez against Oblak. Here he goes. And the goalkeeper saves it. So there you go. I didn't think that was a penalty myself. Maybe it was, but the goalkeeper's going to save it. And we'll play on. So we, in the Europa League final, intentionally miss a penalty. And we'll have to wait and see whether that comes back to haunt us. It'll be hilarious if it does. But even so, I didn't think it was a penalty myself, and I don't really want to score unfairly. And if you've been a long-term sub of mine, when I ran my World Cup series last year, whenever I won a penalty and I didn't think it was one, I'd intentionally miss it. I'd blast the ball over the bar or put it wide. Offline, I don't mind giving myself a chance to score it because obviously the AI doesn't have feelings or emotions or anything. But even so, I don't mind missing those penalties if I don't think they have been fairly won. And we're going to take the lead anyway. Ayoza Perez getting on the end of a Rodriguez cross and making it 1-0. What a fantastic debut season this guy's had. Doing the Carrasco celebration. It's a Atletico Madrid 0. Racing Santander 1. And in the end, a few minutes after Rodriguez intentionally gives Oblak the ball back, he gets an assist for the Perez goal. Fantastic stuff. Racing Santander 1, Atletico Madrid 0. What a fantastic action-packed start to this Europa League final. And now we can get down to the questions. So the first question comes from Bilal Ahmed, and he said, what is your favourite episode of The Simpsons? I love The Simpsons because it's a show like Scrubs where you can go from laughing so hard and just having just being just finding the show hilarious to having really emotional moments. And my favourite episodes of The Simpsons are the ones that give you those emotional sort of tear-jerking moments. And for me, quite a few stand out. I mean, Lisa's substitute is very sad. The moment where Mr. Bergstrom leaves and they meet at the train station is unbelievably sad. And also, Mother Simpson is a really, really sad episode. It's when, just to give you a real brief overview of what these episodes are, which aired like 20 years ago. Lisa's substitute, she connected with a substitute teacher who obviously ended up leaving because he's a sub. And as for Mother Simpson, Homer's mother comes back and she sort of abandoned him, but you have to watch the episode really to understand it. And then she has to leave again due to, I won't spoil it if you do want to watch the episode, but which aired 20 years ago. But she has to leave again, and when she does leave, it's tear-jerking that moment, it really is. But my favourite episode is Bart Gets an F, because it's the saddest episode of them all, in my opinion. It's not the saddest episode of them all, but it provokes the biggest reaction out of me. Just because I feel so personally, like I don't really connect with Bart in any way as a character. There are some TV shows I watch where I really connect with certain characters, like Dale on The Walking Dead, for example. But in The Simpsons, I don't really connect with any characters at all. But Bart, for that episode, when he does fail the test, which is, it's going to hold him back in 4th grade for another year, it just resonates with me because he just tried so hard and he just kept failing, and it just makes me think about my own personal stuff. And it just, when he tears up, oh my god, I'm getting teared, thinking about it right now. I mean, I don't really cry about anything nowadays, but whenever I watch that episode, that moment where the music just starts playing in the background and you can just hear him starting to whimper, oh my god, it just pulls on my heart. Oh my goodness, don't mess this up. It just pulls on my heart completely, and it really is sad. But Bart Gets an F is my favourite moment, and it's a happy ending in the end anyway, and he ends up kissing the teacher, which is funny. So yeah, Bart Gets an F is my favourite episode. And there you go. Wow, Grimaldo, how did you miss the ball? Have you done it again? How did you miss the ball twice? Oh, for goodness sake. Dear, oh dear. Thank God I got away with that, though, when I was passing the ball out with Ruben Blanco. That was really poor. I don't know what I was trying to do there. Anyway, Torres on the run. Let's see if we can try and get something going here. Come on, Torres. Jesus. Well, I'm still pleased we got the lead in this game. I haven't really felt in control in the first half of the first half, and I'm still pleased we're in the lead, and I think deservedly so too. Anyway, next question comes from Luis Gabriel, and he says, if you had to choose an animal to be, which one would you pick and why? I'd have to be a cat, just because I can't imagine anything better than being a typical household domestic cat who just eats and sleeps and eats and sleeps and eats and sleeps and then sometimes chases birds and then eats and sleeps again. I just can't imagine anything more relaxing than that, to be honest. I mean, I barely get any sleep now as a human being, so as a cat, getting to sleep for like 16 hours a day would be pretty goddamn lovely. But yeah, I'd go with a cat. And the next question comes from, as I almost gave the ball away there, Craig Henderson, and he says, "Do you remember do you remember or recognise any of your subs? Example, the ones who tweet or comment on your videos regularly." Yeah, some subs I can sort of that's a good chance there, which I messed up. Some subs I can sort of remember little things about them here or there, but it's very hard. You got to remember, as a YouTuber who has 97,000, 98,000 subscribers, I think it is now. I know obviously the majority of those aren't regular, but when you have like let's say a minimum of 5,000 people a day watching your videos, and quite a lot do comment as well. Obviously not thousands an episode or even hundreds, but quite a lot of different people do comment from time to time. It's very hard. I can't believe I've just done that. It's very, very hard to remember every single sub that comes in and to remember every single thing about them and to have connections with those subscribers. I can't believe I got away with that. My passing's been shocking in this game. So, it's always difficult for me because someone might tweet me and be like, "Oh, I've been subscribed to you since, FIFA 12 or whatever." The first proper FIFA I uploaded loads of videos for. I started in FIFA 11, but I only uploaded montages right at the end of FIFA 11. But, someone might say, "I've been following you since FIFA 12 or whatever," and it's like, I don't remember every long-term sub. I don't remember every sub that comes in, and so it's kind of hard to sort of say to one subscriber, "Oh yeah, I remember you," but I don't remember another long-term sub who's been subbed for as long and has tweeted me just as regularly. It's not really fair, if you know what I mean. But there are a lot of subs that I will remember. Like some subscribers will tweet me, and I'll remember them tweeting me like a question or a comment or anything from like a year ago. Just remember who they are as a person. And there are some subscribers I know a little bit about their personal lives for whatever reason. But it's not like I know every single subscriber in the world. I'd like to be as interactive as possible with you guys, but it's obviously just not possible for me to remember everything about everyone. And yeah, there you go. So yeah, I remember and recognise a few subs here and there from questions they've asked me before, but or tweets they've sent me before and comments and so on, but not for everyone. Unfortunately, I'm not that good at remembering. Let's just say that my memory is shocking, to be honest. So that's why if you are a long-term sub and you tweeted me many times before, yeah, I still don't recognise you too well. It's not personal. It's just my memory is absolutely shocking. But there you go. Still, Jamie Creek, who I do know, who was subscribed to me back in FIFA 12, and his support of Sunderland. See, I know little things about some of them. Jamie Creek says, "Who do you think will go up for the championship, and why do you think it's so tight?" It's so tight because that's just how the division is. It's such a topsy-turvy division. It's so competitive. As for who I think is going to go up, personally speaking, I know I said Forest at the start of the season, and right at the start of the season, you wouldn't have been too critical of me to have that opinion. But obviously, Forest now, despite winning today against Middlesbrough, I think it was, I still don't think they'll go up. They're about 9 points off the playoffs, so I don't think they're going to go up anymore. So I have to say I got that one wrong. But I've said Derby since the beginning. I'm pretty sure Derby are going to go up. Last year they should have gone up, and they completely bottled it in the final, to be honest, with QPR going down to 10 men and they conceded in the last minute. So yeah, Derby, I think Derby will get it right and will go up this season. And Bournemouth obviously thrashed Fulham last night at Craven Cottage. I think I'm not too surprised at Bournemouth's development, but I'm still a little bit like, wow, it's a bit of a shock here. When you think about other teams in the division. But I do think that Bournemouth will probably go up as well. So Bournemouth and Derby to go up. As for the other team, I'm not too sure. It's such a hard division to call, really. And Torres for 2, getting on the stroke of half time. Oliver Torres against his former club. It's such a hard division to call. But I'm going to go with Derby and Bournemouth. And as for the other team, I don't know. I really don't know. It's such a tight division. It's really hard to call, and I'll probably get it completely wrong. So there you go. Anyway, Ewan says, how many Rangers games have you been to? I've been to 3 or possibly 4 Rangers games. I've been to see them take on Hearts at Ibrox in the SPL. I've seen them take on... Who else have I seen them take on? Oh, Dundee United in the CIS Cup final back in 2008, I think. So a while ago now anyway. And I've been to another game, but I can't remember for the life of me what it was, and possibly one more too. But yeah, I've been to a couple of Rangers games. Obviously, my uncle supports Rangers, and yeah, I don't really... I used to sort of like them a little bit, but I don't really have any connection with them now. But I obviously want them to do well for my uncle's sake, but... yeah, I've only been to a couple of games. I do really want to go to an Old Firm game before I die, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, Joe says, who do you think will win the NBA this year? I know you said Spurs before, but just interested. I think the Warriors are going to go all the way, actually. I know I don't like to change my opinion all the time, but I've been watching the Warriors play a lot, and I just think they're absolutely incredible, and I love Steph Curry. What he's done to their offense has been extraordinary. Yeah, I think the Warriors might go all the way. It'll be interesting anyway. I got to say, I'm really enjoying the NBA over the past few weeks. Like, since the All-Star break, it's been more sort of re-energized, if you know what I mean. So I'm really liking watching the NBA this year. Well, since the All-Star... Well, I really like watching the NBA in general, but since the All-Star break, it's felt a lot more energetic. And the next question comes from OK Man, otherwise known as Manuel. And he says, did you ever think you'd hit 100k? And now that you have, is there any other once-impossible milestone you want to achieve? To answer the question, well, I haven't really hit 100k just yet, so obviously there's still a chance I might not. But I always believed I would hit 100,000 subscribers, even since when I started YouTube, right from the beginning. And the reason being is quite simple. I'm just driven. I'm really driven about this. And, you know, I'm still pessimistic all the time, and I always feel as though I'm going to fail in everything I do. But when it comes down to YouTube, it's like having visions of, you know, how you expect it to go. And I knew that I wouldn't stop going until I physically couldn't. So as subscribers just kept on coming up, I knew eventually I'd probably get something out of it. And, you know, right now we're about 2,000 subscribers off 100k. And I never once thought it was impossible. I knew that it would be possible if I just kept working hard and just kept on trying my best and just kept on hoping for, you know, the subscribers to roll in. And eventually they did start to come in at a faster rate. And, you know, that's just the way it is, really. I mean, I say this to every YouTuber who's just starting out and says, you know, what advice can you give me? Like, I'm just starting, I'm failing to pick up subs, I'm struggling. We were all at that stage one time. You know, I was at that stage one time. That's got to be a goal there, Mandzukic. Oh my goodness, how has he missed it? How has Mandzukic missed that? What a sitter. That is unbelievable. Yeah, we were all at that stage at one time of our YouTube careers, if you will. We all struggled to get subs at one stage. KSI struggled to get subs at one stage. Matt HD Gamer struggled to get subs at one stage. Nepenfez did. Rhoda Shaw did. We all struggled at one stage. And the only way you can really get out of it and start picking up subs is just to keep on going. Like, if you stop... you know, going on YouTube, if you stop uploading, if you just, you know, just completely, you know, knock it on the head and just say, I'm done now, I can't get anywhere, you're giving yourself no chance of ever getting anywhere because you're just completely given up. If you just keep on going, there's still a chance for you, even though it's bleak, and even though you are picking up subs at a very low rate and slow rate, there's still a chance for you to make something of it eventually. You know, I think I was on like 10 to 15,000 subscribers after the first year, and going into the second year I think I was only on like 20k maximum, maybe 25k if I can think about it. So it took me a long time to get going. It wasn't until FIFA 13 came in, and FIFA 14 in particular, well actually yeah, FIFA 13 didn't really do too much for me, but in FIFA 14 in particular, when I really started to develop. And you know, I started back in the summer of 2011, so for it to be like 2.5 years before I started to actually get anywhere, it sort of just sums it up. You know, it takes a while and it takes a long time, but if you keep on going, there is a chance. It's not a guarantee, but there is a chance. So I definitely felt as though I could hit 100k eventually if I just kept on going, and I did. So I haven't hit it just yet, but hopefully, touch wood, in the next couple of months or so I should hit it. And yeah, I just kept on going, I kept on trying, and I knew eventually I would get there. So there you go. As for other milestones, well, you know, I mean, I just kind of said it there. As long as I keep on going, there is a limit to what I can achieve, because I'm nowhere near entertaining enough to get to like 500,000 or whatever. At least I don't think so. But there's certainly no reason why I couldn't, you know, double 100k one day if I just keep on going. I get the luck of the draw, and people just keep on finding my channel. So Yeah, there you go. Still, nothing's impossible. Nothing's impossible as long as you just keep on trying and keep on doing your best and keep yourself in the game for as long as possible. That's the way I look at it anyway. Anyway, I'll get to the next question in just a moment's time, but Atletico Madrid have a good chance here, and Aguza gets it away. And it's still 2-0, and I've got to be honest, I'm surprised at this. I mean, Atletico Madrid, I really felt we're going to do a lot better. I felt it's going to be a lot stronger. We haven't actually been under that much pressure other than the Mandzukic chance which hit the bar. It's been quite a surprise for us. But we are 2-0 up and that shot is blocked. And I'm going to make a sub and we'll take it from there. So next question comes from... Wow, this guy does not have a name. Rory Moxon, can I say that? That's his name. That would do. That's not a good pronunciation, is it? He says, if you became extremely popular on YouTube, could you see yourself joining a group like the Sidemen or something like that? No is the answer to that, and it's not because I wouldn't want to, it's just because I'm not really marketable, if that makes sense. I don't really offer anything, so let's bring on Kappa for a bit of pace down the left-hand side, a bit of energy with a high work rate, and switch Rodriguez to the left. I'm not really marketable. There's no reason for people to properly collaborate with me. My active subscriber rate is really low. I mean, I know everyone's active subscriber rate nowadays is quite low, but my active sub rate is pretty low. I don't really feel like I have much to offer in terms of entertainment value other than what I do right now. And what I do right now is pretty much, well, I like to do online stuff here and there, but it's sort of like single person stuff. Like, it's not really something which I could collaborate with people for. Like, I mean, could you do a dual career mode? Probably, but it'll be a lot of work, and I don't think it will go down very well, unless the two YouTubers have a large fan base and would want to see it, I guess, and have similar personalities probably to make it work. And I don't really think I have any kind of entertainment value outside of YouTube when it comes down to like real life videos, vlogs and football stuff like that. I don't really feel like anyone would want to watch that from me because I'm just not that entertaining, I guess. So, I mean, I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be against, like, you know, forming a collaboration with other YouTubers if I ever did get popular, which again I don't think would. I think you're talking like 500,000 plus, which I don't think would ever happen. But I wouldn't rule it out, but I wouldn't see myself doing it just because I don't think I'd be able to make it work. I don't think I'd be able to offer much. And there you go. Zayden De Assis says, have you played any RPGs recently? No, RPGs aren't really my type of game, to be honest. I'm really all about just sports games, and I like first person shooters. Like, I really like Call of Duty, but I haven't played that in a while. But yeah, I'm not really, to be honest, I'm not really a big video gaming fan, which is a bit of a surprise, you know, for most people to know that, because obviously I'm a gaming YouTuber, but I'm not a massive video gaming fan. Like, I like FIFA, but the main reason I buy FIFA, the main reason I, you know, play video games is to make videos on them. Like, that's the whole point. Like, the reason I love video games right now, oh my goodness, Grimaldo, are you serious? You've had a... Oh my, I was going to say I had a quiet game and then you go and do that. Dear, oh dear. Oh, what are you trying to do there? Are you trying to pass the ball behind for a corner? There was literally nothing I could do about that. But then again, I'll say it again, I've said it before, those drill crosses into the box, so effective, both for you and the AI. But yeah, I'm not really a big video game fan, to be honest. So, I haven't really played any RPGs recently. To be honest, the only games I play right now are FIFA, and if I ever get the chance, which is very rare, a bit of NBA 2K, and there you go. And next question comes from Sebastian, and he says, when do you think you're going to buy a house for yourself? I don't think I'm going to buy one for a long period of time. Wow, Grimaldo, seriously, that was a simple crossfield ball. What are you doing? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to buy one for a long period of time, because it just doesn't really make economic sense for me. I mean, first of all, I've got no money, so that's obviously a bit of a hindrance, and I don't have a partner, and I don't really see the point in buying a house when you're single, because, well, personally, I don't see a point in buying a house when I'm single, because if I was to get a partner sometime down the road, I would want to live with them, and there's a good chance they may not want to live in the house I've purchased. So yeah, I don't really see the point in buying a house when I'm single, so I'd wait until I'm taken by someone. And we'll have to wait and see. Next question comes from Andras, and he says, who are your favourite YouTubers to watch? Right now, obviously Chris Smooth, as always, my favourite YouTuber to watch, but I really like Candy Johnson. I love Candy Johnson. I absolutely love Candy Johnson. She's so awesome. She's a bit of a role model for me, Candy Johnson. Like, she's so nice, it's ridiculous. Like, she's so lovely and warm, and oh, she's awesome. I love Candy Johnson, and I don't know, like, there are some gaming YouTubers I watch here and there. I never really like to say FIFA YouTubers, not because there aren't, you know, there aren't anyone that I watch or anything. But because I do watch some FIFA YouTubers, but I'm worried if I say one, a lot of people would accuse me of favoritism to one rather than the other. But I really like watching Spencer. What can I say? I think Spencer right now is one of the best FIFA YouTubers out there. He's so entertaining. He's so awesome. And, I watch Raleigh, I watch Kazooie, I watch quite a few FIFA YouTubers actually. And what a chance here for Griezmann. And it's hit the post and it's gone in. What a finish by Griezmann. And Atlético Madrid came from 2-0 down to equalise. And I've thrown this away. But, I watch quite a few FIFA YouTubers. But I'd probably say my favourite right now for FIFA is Spencer. He's just so entertaining to watch. He really is. And I can't believe I've thrown this away, man. Seriously. I thought Blanco probably could have done a little bit better in the near post there, maybe not, because it was so accurate, but I have thrown this game away massively. We were 2-0 up, we were cruising, and I have thrown it away. Dear oh dear oh dear, this is shocking for me, it really is. The only thing I'm thinking is Atletico Madrid are still going to be on attacking, because they'll want to win the game, not just draw it, as Torres gets an injury. Dear oh dear. So we'll have to wait and see. And now Torres, oh my goodness, he scored in this game. Please don't be a long-term injury, like a 5-month injury or something. Let's bring on the super sub. Let's bring on Delgado. Let's see if he can do it in the final. And Torres comes off. But yeah, so to answer the question, my favourite YouTuber is Chris Smooth. I love Candy Johnson as well. There are quite a few as well, quite a few FIFA YouTubers I watch, like Kazooie and Raleigh, but Spencer as well, definitely up there too. So yeah, quite a few YouTubers I watch, but there you go. And next question comes from, well, this question was asked by a lot of people, and I'll just say it comes from a lot of you guys. And it says, do you think Millwall will get relegated? And of course today we got battered by Norwich at home. And I just, I hate to say this, and I've been saying all through the season, we'll be alright, we'll be okay, we'll stay up, we'll get it sorted eventually. But after today's result, looking at the league table, 8 points off safety and a really poor goal difference record, 10 games to go, I don't know. I think it might be time for us to go back down to League One. And what a chance, Delgado! Oh, he's put it wide. What a chance for Delgado. It was onside. Oh no, he's offside. Never mind. I was going to say I thought he was onside there. But yeah, after today's result, with games running out, with us being 8 points off safety and a poor goal difference record, I don't know. I still am, I still am hopeful. I still sit there and say there's still a good chance. There's still a good chance if we just get a good run of form going. But we just can't get a good run of form going, So that's obviously key for us. But even so, oh, what a save, Oblak. Even so, if we do go down, I do believe Holloway will get us back up in a year if he stays on as manager. So yeah, I mean, oh, what a chance, Albentosa blocked. So yeah, I'm feeling a lot more negative than I used to. I was so optimistic. I kept on saying we'll be okay. It's tough right now, but we'll be okay. But after today's result, after looking at the league table, the recent run of form, I think it's going to be a monumental task for us to stay up now, because we're reliant on teams slipping up ahead of us big time, and we're reliant on us going on to a good run of form. We haven't won a home game for a long time now, and it's just not good enough. When you're in a relegation scrap, your home form should be, something to draw positives from. Us right now, we can't get anything at home. So, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm very hopeful we'll stay up, and I'm very hopeful we will pull off the Great Escape. But, well, it's not really the Great Escape, but a very, very good end of run season form, which will keep us up. But, yeah, I'm getting a lot more negative than I was, let's just say that. Anyway, going into extra time, I can't believe I've thrown this away, man. We were 2-0 up. I was cruising, I was doing well, and I threw it away. Poor defending. The Grimaldo own goal was, probably my fault, but I couldn't really react on time. And the second goal was just really poor marking. And again, I'll take the blame for both of the goals, but that's just how it is. It's just so frustrating, it really is, because we were just doing fine up till 20, 25 minutes to go, and then suddenly Atletico Madrid turned it on, and I just couldn't cope. But again, that's the problem when you play against a team like Atletico Madrid who are better than you. You have to be on your game for the entire 90 minutes, not just 70. Anyway, who shall I bring on? I want to make one more change, really. I might bring on Keiko for a bit of quality. Might bring on Tunkara for a bit more attacking threat. Might bring on Concha Salas, actually, for a bit of defensive stability. Possibly Rubinho as well. He's had a good season for us on his debut year. But then again, who do I take off? Who comes off if I bring someone off right now? Aguza's the natural choice, but he's a good passer of the ball, and he can retain possession for us if we do take the lead and want to see out the game. I might take off Perez, even though he did score our first goal. Difficult choice. Difficult choice. Do you know what? We're going to leave it for a bit. I will bring on someone in the next 10-15 minutes if we're struggling. Anyway, next question comes from excuse me, Brandon Gonzalez, and he says, "Do you have a did you have a did you have a passion for football your whole life?" Can't believe I almost messed up that very simple question. Yeah, I mean, I got into football when I was like, I don't know, maybe 6 years old. My early life was kind of interesting for, what sort of things entertain me. I wasn't really, drawn into sports at a very early age. But once I got into football at like six, maybe 7 years old, I was really into it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as soon as I got into football, as soon as I discovered it at like 6 years old, I was really into it. And I loved playing the game. And, I loved watching the game. And it was, football was just, I wouldn't say it was like everything to me as a youngster, but it was such a big thing for me to sort of just forget about the other negatives in my life and just enjoy football, whether it be playing with friends at the park, or just playing for a junior team, or just watching the games or whatever else. It was something to provide a good distraction for me, So I really like watching football and playing football, and I did have a massive passion for it, ever since I was really young, to be honest. But over the past few years, I say over the past few years, over the past 1 or 2 years, really, I have started to fall out of love with the game a little bit. I still love the game. It's still, Millwall for me is still, the thing I love pretty much more than anything in the world. But I have fallen out of love with the game as a whole over the past couple of years. I think it's just the fact that the tribalism in football is just getting stronger and stronger year by year, and I don't associate with that. I just don't get the whole tribalism thing, It's not really something I really relate to, and it just sort of ruins the experience for me. So yeah, it's I still am passionate about football. I still do love it and everything, but I have sort of began to take a little bit of a step back from football over the past couple of years. Let's just say that. And Aguza is denied by a brilliant save by All Black. And yeah, there you go. That being said, I still really do enjoy football. It's just it's just one of those things where you just, as you get older and as the years go by, you do begin to lose a little bit of, oh, what a terrible finish by Alpentosa. You do begin to lose a little bit of interest in it, and it's just like a steady slope of just eventually falling out of love with it. But yeah, I still do love it. It's just it's not as much as of an interest for me as it once used to be. And there you go. And Jean Ray says, what are you going to do as soon as you hit 100k subs? A special, probably. As for 100k, I mentioned it earlier. There's still obviously no guarantee I will hit 100,000 subscribers, but if I do, which I most likely will do in the next few months or so, I don't really know for sure what I'm going to do. I have a couple of plans here and there, but I'm not set in my ways for what I want to do. So there are some things that I've planned. There's some stuff I've got in the pipeline right now, but I'm not too sure. I've got a few ideas in the pot, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. It's one of those things, like, I really do want to do something special to say thank you for everyone, but I don't want to do something which is, I don't know, just going to be a bit underwhelming, I guess. You know what I mean? Like doing like a, I don't know, oh, what a chance here, Grimaldo, oh, I could have made up for the own goal. I don't want to do something which is underwhelming, which people feel a bit disappointed about, but I do want to do something. I don't really know what to do exactly yet, but we'll have to wait and see. And there you go, Grimaldo's cross towards Delgado, oh, Delgado, what a chance. And there you go. And the next question comes from Latvia. And the country of Latvia have come together to ask me a question, and they say, remember you said that Pochettino wasn't the right man for Spurs. Have you changed your thoughts? Yeah. Have I changed my thoughts? Well, kind of. I mean, I'm going to bring on Conscious Salas for a bit of defensive stability. Kind of. Actually, no, let's bring on Keiko. No, I will bring on Conscious Salas. Kind of. I'm starting to, not really be as critical as I was at the start. I was definitely, when Pochettino first come in, I just thought, that's him being sacked in the next year and a half then, But now I look at Pochettino and I think, Capital One Cup final against Chelsea. Obviously they lost it, but it was still good for them to reach the final. They lost to Fiorentina in the Europa League. They're out of that now, which is a bit of a shame. But as for the Premier League, they're still doing everything they can to finish in the top four. And of course, that is their main aim. And the reason I said Pochettino wasn't the right fit for Spurs was just because I couldn't see him delivering Champions League football in the next couple of years. And I still can't see him doing that. It's nothing against him as a manager. I do like Pochettino. I like the fact he brings a high-energy style of play to Spurs. I like the fact he's integrated Mason and Kane, of course, being one of the biggest success stories of the season, into the first team. But I still don't think they're going to qualify for the Champions League. I'd like to be proved wrong, but I still don't think they'll qualify for the Champions League, and that's why I say he's not the right fit for Spurs. It's nothing to do with his managerial ability. It's nothing to do with his transfers. It's just the fact I don't think right now he can get Spurs into the Champions League in the next couple of seasons, which is what Daniel Levy wants. That's why I said he wasn't the right fit for Spurs. Nothing against him personally. I actually like the guy. But yeah, I will say though, you know, in admittance, he has proved me wrong a little bit. Like, I didn't think they would get to the Capital One Cup final. I didn't think they would... well, you know, the Europa League to get to round of 32 wasn't exactly a major achievement, but it was still good for them to do that. And they're still in the race for the top four. Obviously, there's still a long way to go, and there's still a chance they could do it. You know, I'm not dismissing their chances right now. I still think that they will miss out, but there's still a chance they could do that. So he has proved me wrong a little bit, but I still don't think he is going to get them into the top four, and that's why I said he wasn't the right fit for Spurs. Nothing against his personal ability. Oh, yes, get in, Delgado! Delgado, the super sub. What is up with this guy? He's just a perfect bench player. He really is. He's the 12th man. 6th man like Lou Will. Seriously, Delgado scoring again off the bench. This guy is crazy. He's just a perfect super sub. Oh, Black should have saved it, let's be fair. But even so, Delgado scores again off the bench. Incredible. And Torres getting an injury in the end turns out to be a blessing in disguise. But yeah, to summarise, yes, I got it wrong a bit with Pochettino. I thought as though he'd be really, really struggling and Spurs would be in like 9th place. They wouldn't have reached the Capital One Cup final, and you know, maybe they wouldn't have even got out of their Europa League group stage or something. I did think he would struggle, but he hasn't, and I'm glad he hasn't. But yeah, I still don't think he's going to get him into the Champions League, and that's why I think that in the next maybe 3 seasons or so, he might be gone. But again, I want to be proved wrong. I do want to be proved wrong because I do like him, and we'll have to wait and see anyway. It's not really Pochettino anyway. It's Daniel Levy. It's Daniel Levy that's the problem at Spurs. He's really trigger happy, and that is the big problem because they just don't. They need some stability. Spurs, if they are going to get themselves back into the Champions League, they need some stability. And constantly chopping and changing your manager is not the right thing to do. So he's hoping even if Pochettino doesn't get him into the top 4, he will still stay there for the foreseeable future. But yeah, there you go. It's really hard for me to have football opinions because I know that people are going to misinterpret what I'm saying. You know. It's like, you know, I can't really... Yes, Blanco, good save. It's like I really can't speak highly enough of a manager like Pochettino because I really like his approach to the game. I really like his tactics. I really like his transfer policy. I like the way he's brought in those younger players and installed them into the first team. But it's like, you know, just because I said that I don't think he's the right fit for Spurs, there's nothing against his character or anything like that. It's just because I don't think he'll get him into the top 4. And if anything, I'm criticising Daniel Levy. And so when people ask me about football and they ask me why I don't really answer too many football questions, it's just because people will misinterpret what I'm saying. People will not understand what I'm saying. People will get the wrong end of the stick. And that's why, you know, so many people like say things about me and always say like, do you know how many people say that I'm biased against Liverpool just for having an opinion on them? It's like, you know, I'm just having my own personal opinion and it's not biased at all. It's just, you know, it's been misinterpreted. And it's the same with Pochettino. I think a lot of people do think I'm, you know, probably slagging the guy off and slating him before he's only had like, you know, half of the season when I first made the comment on him. But it's not that at all. It's not that at all. It's just people don't really understand. But most people do. And there you go. Still, we'll have to wait and see. And there you go. And that should be the game now. Come on, ref. It's been 120 minutes. Let's go park the bus. And that should be the game. We just had a man pull up there. I think it's Aguza. That's got to be the game now. Come on, ref. Come on. Oh, Albin Tozer, don't miss the ball, mate. Don't miss the ball. Away you go, Blanco. Come on, ref. Is that it? Is that it? Yes, it is. It's all over, and we've done it. Atlético Madrid 2, Racing Santander 3. And we have won the Europa League, our first European trophy with Racing Santander. Get in. I am so pleased. We were 2-0 up. I thought I threw it away, conceding 2 goals in the last 20 minutes. But we go into extra time. We get the job done. And we do win our first European trophy. That is just fantastic. I am so pleased with that. I honestly thought I was going to throw it away in extra time after Atlético Madrid got themselves back on level terms and did send the game to extra time. But no, we hold our nerve. And I guess he scored the winning goal. Ruano Delgado, of course, coming off the bench and doing the job. How many times has he done that in this season alone? It's just been crazy. So it's going to be lifted by Carlos Blanco, the trophy. He's like our new captain now. Albin Tozer's been injured, so Carlos Blanco is our new sort of captain. Hang on a minute, why is Aguza not captain? I forgot to put Aguza as captain, didn't I? Because he come back from injury. Well, anyway, Blanco lifts the trophy. And we have won the Europa League for the first time, and we have won our first European trophy. So that is absolutely fantastic. Really, really, really pleased with that. And, you know, I feel as though we probably did deserve it, in all honesty. I mean, Atletico Madrid did have a lot of chances, but we were really, really good in the first hour or so. It's just after that we began to struggle a little bit. But yeah, I mean, we certainly didn't undeserve it. It certainly wasn't an undeserved victory for us or anything like that. Maybe Atletico Madrid could have won it on another day, but you know, you've got to be clinical in football, and we were. So very, very pleased with that. And yeah, we're going to end the season as well. So very happy with that. Let's see if I can answer possibly one more question whilst I've got the time. Probably not, because we're just ending it now, aren't we? Yeah, so as you can see by the match stats, 10 shots, 7 on target compared to Atletico Madrid's 8 and 5. Possession was in our favour, 51-49, and the pass accuracy wasn't as good as Atletico Madrid's, but we did more with the ball when we had it at our feet, which is of course the most important thing. So yeah, I'm very pleased. What can I say? Like, I genuinely did believe I was going to throw it away once the Atletico Madrid took the game into extra time. But Rano Delgado, man, it's crazy how good this guy is. It's just insane. And yeah, I could not be happier. You know, I really couldn't be happier, because making these developments with this club and getting better season by season is so important. And so to win the Europa League, win our first European trophy, was really, really important for us. And Torres is going to be out for 8 weeks, but he will be back for the start of the season, which is good. And there you go. So to end the episode off, what we're going to do is we're going to finally show the final squad report of the season, so you guys can see. Oh wow, youth player wants to terminate his contract, and we can't promote him because we don't have enough space in our squad. So who was that? Baptista. Well, we'll find out here. This guy. Oh man, he's actually really good as well. Oh my goodness, I need to release a player from the senior team in order to get this guy into the squad. Should I release this guy? He came in, like a couple of episodes ago. Who should I release? Who should I release? He's the worst player in our team. It is that guy. Mitsuru Chalmers, Martinez Andrade. I actually have more faith in Mitsuru Chalmers than this guy, which is surprising. But we're going to release Chalmers, actually. He's on loan at Mirandes, and yeah, he hasn't really developed at all in the 2 seasons he's been in professional football. So we're going to release this guy, and yeah, we'll promote the new guy instead, because he looks a bit better, doesn't he? So there you go. I mean, he'll start off better anyway. So yeah, we'll promote the guy to the first team. That's the worry right now, because we have no space in our squad. It's going to be really difficult for us to promote these youth players if they do want to terminate their contracts. So yeah, to end the episode, what we're going to do is we're going to show you the final squad report and the final stats of the players. As you can see, we have players who are terminating their contracts. Who is running out? Oh, Schwarzer. Okay, we'll give Schwarzer a new deal because I don't mind him. So yeah, let's give Schwarzer a new deal. We're going to show you the final stats of the players. We're going to show you the squad report as well, so you can see how the players are doing in terms of attributes. And Baptista comes in as well, and we're also going to give Rano Delgado a contract at the club, and the guy, the super sub, is going to come in. And yeah, he's just incredible. He wins us the Europa League final on loan from Villarreal as a squad player. It's just crazy, isn't it? But yeah, he's going to come in, and there you go. So hopefully we should see, yep, Delgado comes in, which is great. So let's go ahead and accept him to the club permanently. I'm totally fine paying £1 million for that. Oh no! No! I can't give him to the club because we're going to go over the maximum squad size limit. But he's in the club already. What the hell, game? How can you not recognise that we're not going to have 43 players? We'll still have 42. Because we're not signing a new player. We're just keeping him on. Game, how can you be so ridiculous sometimes? Seriously. We'll stall it and we're going to have to release another player now. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. I'm getting no luck whatsoever. Right, so yeah, let's look at the youth score monthly report. Let's just go ahead and end this stuff as quickly as possible, because I don't want this episode to drag on for too long. It's already been 42 minutes. So yeah, there's some players in here that haven't really developed at all. This guy's probably going to get released. This guy will probably get released. This guy could still stay here, but yeah, this guy will probably get released as well. So quite a few of these players might get released soon, but there you go. So, oh my goodness, I wanted to get Delgado in now. Right, so who are we going to release from the squad? Anyway, let's have a look at the squad reports. We have now entered the final month, which is June. So let's take a look at the players, their attributes, how they've done this season with the stats as well. And, you know, for next season, what we're going to do with the team, I don't really know. I mean, I don't exactly know where to look, because defensively, I wouldn't mind a new centre-back, because Albentosa is going down in stats now, and, you know, I wouldn't mind a new solid centre-back to come in. Maybe Borja Lopez, who we missed out on last year, but I'm not too sure. I wouldn't mind a new winger as well, but then again, I want to play Paco Candela as much as possible. Do we really need a new central player as well? I mean, don't forget Moy Gomez is coming in next year for the wing, but do we really need a new central player as well? I mean, the Goose is only 72, hasn't developed as much as I liked, but Obiang's an 80, we got We've got a really decent central position with Torres as well. So I don't really know where to look next year in terms of our transfers. I have literally no idea who I'm going to look to bring in. But we'll have to wait and see. Maybe a good backup striker, thinking about it as well. Because even though Rana Delgado is the super sub, I wouldn't mind someone else to bring off the bench as well, who could be a little bit better. So yeah, let's have a look at the final stats of the players as well. And we'll see if there's anyone who we can terminate too, because we do want to sign Rana Delgado for £1 million, because I'm pretty confident the next year Villarreal would ask for more than £1 million for the guy. So who am I going to release from this team? Who hasn't really developed as much as we want? I don't want to release Concha. Jute Paulik's actually been developing quite nicely whilst he's been out on loan. Chalmers has gone. Fede actually might be worth releasing. He's an original player. He obviously came. We came in and Fede was here. And I know Fede actually has decent potential in one of the updates, but we don't have him in that updated squad. So Fede is like maxed out at 62 overall, despite only being 21 years old. So I think I might release Fede. Thinking about it, I think I might release Fede. I don't want to do that, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'm definitely going to release someone because we do need to get Delgado in, because I'm pretty sure that Villarreal will ask for more than £1 million next season. I don't want to take a gamble on possibly not getting him back because he's just so important to the team. I could release Martinez Andrade, but I don't know. I'd rather keep him here because he could possibly develop. It'll take him a while, but he could possibly develop. I think it's going to be Fede. Do you know what? Let's release Fede. Fede's going to go. It's a shame to release 2 players at the end of the season when we don't actually need to. But yeah, Fede's on the transfer list, and I think it's time for him to go. He hasn't developed. We don't really need him. We're making better strides. He's never going to be in the first team. Fede can go. So Fede has gone. And there you go. So let's go ahead and complete the signing of Rana Delgado. And Delgado is going to come in on a 5-year deal for £1 million. And there you go. So it is a little bit over his valuation right now. But everyone knows that Delgado is going to get much better than that. So Delgado comes in. The super sub comes in. And that is going to end the episode, guys. So thank you very much for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of Club and Country, then please do leave a like. It is much appreciated. And of course, it really does help my channel out. I can't think of anything else I haven't shown you. Oh, I know. Player stats, that's what I was going to show you, the player stats of La Liga, and you can see how the players did. So our top scorer was Rodriguez with 12, not a real surprise, but that's still not as many goals I would have liked from our top goal scorer. And assists as well, there's not even there instead of, who's our top, oh, Kappa with 5, that's really, really poor. And clean sheets as well, Blanca got 15 out of the 30-something games he played. So, yeah, that's going to end the episode. So, as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please do leave a like, as it is much appreciated. And, of course, it really does help my channel out. A reminder, don't take my opinions to heart. I'm wrong about most things. Some things get misinterpreted. So, don't take my opinions to heart. I don't mean to offend or anything like that. If I didn't answer your question, I'm sorry. Don't take it personally. It's just because I get way too many to answer. And there you go. So, we're going to end the episode there. And, of course, in the next episode, we'll officially end the season with the final couple of emails. And then we'll begin a new season Racing Santander. So thanks for watching the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you for the next episode of Club and Country. Oh, Schwarzer comes in very soon.